The gospel describes how God has made different men right with God. And Paul, in his argument in the book of Romans of how the gospel, the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ on behalf of the sinner can make us right with God. But what's an amazing thing is Paul begins to describe the life of Abraham. Abraham wasn't a Jew to start with. He was an ungodly pagan who lived in Babylon. He was a moon worshiper, Joshua says. So he was into pagan religion, did not know God. The Jewish nation, Israel, had not started out of him yet. And he gives a summary of Abraham's life, that he never did get right with God because he did anything. It couldn't be circumcision because he was called while he's uncircumcised. It couldn't be because he had the right religion because he was a pagan, a moon worshiper. So how did he ever get right with God? Whatever happened? How do you describe Abraham, the father of the faithful? What's the key? What is the element for us? Listen to what verse 5 says. However, to the one who does not work, but trusts God, who justifies, which is just a word that means to declare right, to make you right, but who trusts God, who justifies the ungodly, their faith is credited as righteousness. It's an amazing thing that you can be right with God and still be ungodly. And how is that? He says, I gave Abraham a gift. He believed me one night, one starry night, when he thought he'd never have any children and just have a household slave, Eliezer, become the heir of his household. Genesis 15 says he went out at night, he looked up in the sky, and God said, Abram, I'm going to make your descendants like the stars of the heaven. And he says, Genesis 15:6, he believed God. He said, Amen in Hebrew. Amen. So be it. And God said, because you believe me, Abram, I'm going to declare you to be accepted. I'm going to give you the gift of knowing me and beginning a nation of monotheists that know I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And here he's telling us, no matter who you are, no matter what condition you're in, I don't care what drugs you're on, I don't care what bar you're at, I don't care what you've done. It does not matter. God takes you as you are. And in a moment, at your worst, when you're ungodly, when you're not even seeking God, if you'll but believe God, when he says, I love you, I want you to know me, I want to forgive you, I want you to embrace my son. And if you just say, but I'm nothing, I'm worthless, I'm bad, I'm ungodly, you're a wonderful candidate for the grace of God. God only saves sinners. You don't have to be perfect. I was always afraid of being a Christian as a young boy because I knew I couldn't live like those stuffy Christians. I couldn't go their way. I loved rock and roll. I was loving girls. I was loving being a thief. And all of a sudden, I found out God said, I can save the ungodly. I can save you now. Do you want me? Have you come to the end of yourself and say, I need grace because I can never be good enough to earn it. I can't be churchy. I can't act like, don't have to, you don't have to, you don't have to. You just got to say, I want God's gift. I can't earn it. I can't be good enough. And he says, you're willing to admit you can't earn it? Right. Can you receive it? Can you just open your hand? Open your hand. My grandchildren come to me all the time, and all they've got is an empty hand. And they say, Grandpa, do you have enough grace to fill my hand? And guess what? As long as I have strength, I will fill their hand if they extend it to me. And God says to you, you can be right with me today. Open your heart, extend your hand by faith, receive Christ. This is the most remarkable good news in all the world. The most ungodly man or woman can become a child of God today just by grace alone. He wants to be gracious to you, and he has in Jesus. God bless you.